Guys, how's it going, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gents. Welcome on back to a brand new LEGO Incredibles custom video. And today is going to be a very special episode because we are going to go on ahead and finally put together the old version of Jack. So you guys really seem to like the previous version that I made where kind of, I guess we created essentially teenage version of Jack. And you guys really like that. We hit, I think, at the last time that I checked, it's right around 1,000 likes, which is super duper sick. So, of course, if we can go on ahead and reach that here today, that would be spectacularly awesome. And with all that in mind, ladies and gents, of course, welcome to older Jack version in LEGO Incredibles. So the first thing we're going to do is, of course, just go on ahead and march our way over to Edna Mode's house, since that is where the customizer is, and then we're going to begin the work on Jack. Now, you guys really seem to like the idea of making Jack essentially a villain, which would be a really cool twist. I think that would be such a cool idea if essentially one of the family members of the Incredibles turns evil, and who would be better than the one who's kind of essentially the most powerful one of them all, and that is Jack. Now, of course, the other idea that I had in mind was to go on ahead and give him the hairstyle that we see on Syndrome, just because I thought that would be a really cool idea and that would be something a little different. So I think that should be quite awesome, and hopefully it turns out really cool once we have the full look completed. Of course, this is probably the best hair for like a Vegeta costume. If you want to make some Dragon Ball customs, you could do that very easily. But we've got the hair, it looks great, and it fits the characters. So as far as the other ideas, I did want to go with red gloves. And then I do know actually what torso I want already. Remember, I saw the torso when we were actually building the teenage version of Jack, and I was like, this would be really good. And it's this one right here with the flames, just because I think it fits the character. We're going to assume that he's got the power of flames, or the control of fire and so on and so forth, adds his superpower. So I think that should work really well. And then to further defy the Incredibles, he will be the sole character who has a cape, which I think would be extra cool, because then it kind of adds that extra little bit of layer to the character and makes him that much more villainous. So I'm thinking either black or red for the cape, but I'm not actually sure which one looks better. It's so odd because the red on the back here actually looks somewhat different than the one that we see on the inside. And then I like the way that this red looks on the inside, but not so much on the outside. So that makes it kind of challenging. And then the black cape, I think if we choose that one, we're going to start to look a little bit too much like Syndrome. So because of that, I think we're going to go with the red cape instead. Now, what about the arms? I think it would be really cool if we went with red for them. Or maybe dark red even. And then maybe we could make the arms actually, or sorry, the hands black, right? Let's see. You know what? Actually, I will take a look at if there are any hands that have... Oh, yes. Perfect. There we go. That's what we needed. We needed them flames on the arms as well. That looks great. That looks really excellent. Now, for the torso, or sorry, for the leg piece, I guess, I'm going to recolor that black. And then, let me see. I'm trying to pick something that would look somewhat unique. I kind of like that. That looks really great, but the orange is a little off. But that's definitely a contender, I will say that. We could go with this, but then at this point, we're kind of creating just the fire super suit, which would be sort of lame, because then we're literally just copying another character, you know, piece for piece, which I don't really want to do. I want to try to make this a unique character, and I want to try to make him different to everything else that is in the game, and that's what we're trying to accomplish, of course. Okay. Let's see. I really am trying my best here to figure out what would look best. Maybe that? No. Man, that really stinks. Because I don't want to use this, but it really is probably the best looking one. Actually, this one looks pretty cool with the red boots, because then it matches the red gloves, right? So it kind of works. And it's almost like you could pretend or, create the idea that there's a purpose for them being red because they're coated in some sort of material that keeps the flames from melting that item. So I think it kind of should work as a cool, clever idea there. So I do like that quite a bit. Now, as far as the face is concerned, this is going to be important as far as what do we choose for his face. So I was thinking this would be quite villainous, actually, for like older Jack or something. I thought this one would look really cool too, but now that I see it, I'm like, not so much. Not so much. If there's the ability to recolor stuff, obviously we would have a lot more of an easier time to pick and choose how this will work. Ooh, this would be kind of cool. I don't know why. That actually kind of works, honestly. Oddly enough. I honestly don't even know why, but it kind of works. It's sort of an interesting look for the character. I feel like I want to maintain the mask still. So I think that might be the way to go, especially because it gives him the accentuated jawline and everything. So that is one heck of a look for our character. So, of course, the most important part of this, the part that's really going to bring the whole thing together, is the firepower. Look at that. How absolutely ridiculously awesome does he look? I love that look. That is really, 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 really terrific. So, and you know what? This is going to be the name that he goes by. Just like The Rock, he's the Jack. Boom. Dun, dun, dun. The villain known as the Jack has been completed. So with all that in mind, ladies and gents, of course, don't forget, if you guys enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Let me know what other characters you would like to see, any specific characters, in fact, that you might want to see from the Incredibles custom system. So if there's any specific character that you would like me to assemble in the game or try to assemble, because of course, sometimes some of the suggestions that I'll get, like some people asked me to build Mr. Potato Head, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna try to do that. I mean, that just sounds really, really not, I don't want to say bad, but I just feel, because honestly, I feel like, any idea could be good with enough creativity, but the problem is because the customizer is so limited, like if this was Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, because that customizer has so much more to offer, I really would be more likely to just try any character. In Lego Incredibles, it's a lot tougher to pick and choose which ones I should go with. So because of that, I will be a little bit more selective with some character choices, and I am seeing a lot of those character choices that you guys suggest. So don't worry if you are like, again, if you're suggesting, let's say, Mr. Potato Head or something like that, and I haven't done that, it's not because I'm ignoring you or I don't want to build it. It's because I honestly don't know how we could even make it relatively similar. So that's really the reason why. So with all that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode. I am actually really, really, really stoked with the way that the Jack turned out. I am super duper happy with the look. I really love the idea of trying to make him look a little bit like Syndrome, because then it kind of plays on that idea of, the Incredibles family raised someone who is inspired by Syndrome, which is kind of intriguing. So I think that kind of comes full circle. And then he's also a villain. So I think that will be a really, really cool idea. So with all that in mind, ladies and gents, thank you so very much for watching today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit that like button. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. See you laters, alligators. Bye-bye, guys.